Welcome to a new episode of our statistical analysis course. In this video we will understand the descriptive statistics in SPSS. As we discussed before, the idea of statistical analysis is to implicate the findings of your sample to the larger population. But before you go to the implications, it is important to describe the sample you included in your study, which is the role of descriptive statistics. We have three main types of variables: nominal, ordinal, and scale. For nominal and ordinal data, we use distribution to describe the data, which is simply frequency and percentages. For example, we can say we have 50, 25% males, and 150, 75% females. For scale data, we use two measures: central tendency or mean as an example, but also include median and mode, and dispersion or standard deviation as an example, but also include ranges and quartiles. Let's focus on mean and standard deviation and always use them in describing scale variables. Suppose we have two groups of participants. Each group is composed of 5 participants where the first group ages are 40, 25, 60, 15, 10. And the second group ages are almost similar. They are 30, 32, 28, 29, 31. By observation, we can see that the ages of the first group participants are all around 30 years. But those in the second group are more widely dispersed from each other. If we only use a measure of central tendency, the mean for example, which equals the sum of all readings divided by their number, we will get equal results for both groups. The mean for the first group is 30. The mean for the second group is also 30. But how can we tell the reader that both groups greatly differ from each other? The answer here is the standard deviation, a measure that is calculated by the software. The idea behind the use of dispersion is to account for this situation, where we also describe how the readings are spread or squeezed around the mean. Are they close to the mean or dispersed away from it? The measure that you should use to describe dispersion is standard deviation. The standard deviation for the first group is 1.6, which means that the readings are not far away from the mean. The standard deviation for the second group is 20.3, which means that the readings are away from the mean. We will show you in the next episode how to get these measures on SPSS in a real-time example, so you don't have to calculate any of them manually. Finally, it is worth noting that you can use other measures to describe scale data, such as median for central tendency, which is the reading in the middle that resides in the middle of your data, and range for dispersion, which is a scale between the highest and lowest readings in your data. Professionally speaking, always stick to the mean and standard deviation.